Hey guys, what's going on? Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and all that good stuff. So for today, we're going to do a video review on this guy right here, and it's the Monoprice Indio Cali Deluxe Super Strat style guitar, which I haven't seen done on YouTube before, so hopefully I'm the first guy that puts up a review for it out there. Anyways, let's get to it and check it out. So before we do some additional playing, let's get over the specs first. This guitar has a basswood body with a quilted maple top. As you can see, it looks very nice, and I can assure you guys, despite its price point, the finish is pretty nice under the pickguard as well. I actually removed that so I could change the pickups. Now I know what you're thinking. You probably would have liked to see this or hear this with the original pickups. I did record some clips which I'm going to play later on in the video with the original pickups, but because the traditional single coils on it were just a little bit too low output, I just put on some rail style pickups as fast as I could, because I'm not a really big fan of the super low ultra vintage output that they had. But regardless, going back to the specs, like I said, it's a basswood body with a quilted maple top, and it's got a pearloid pickguard. It's 3 single coil pickups, and you get 1 volume, 2 tones, so sort of like a Fender Stratocaster, 5-way position selector switch. Needless to say, this is for the bridge single coil. This will run both of these in parallel. This is for the middle pickup, both of these in parallel, and the neck single coil. Anyways, we get a 22 fret, and these are medium-sized frets, fretboard here with a maple neck and maple fretboard as well. We got 2 string trees, 6 string, and 6 just chrome die cast tuners, no name brand. The neck shape is sort of a C shape. It's pretty comfortable. It's not quite as ergonomic as the for example, the Fender Stratocaster that I have over there, but it's pretty comfortable. It's got a flatter radius. This is about a 12-inch radius, give or take, and it's got a Wilkinson VS50 tremolo. And that's pretty much it. The back is see-through blue, as you can see here. It's, like I said earlier, nicely finished. But let's just go over craftsmanship and all that, and talk about the price point. This guitar ranges very wildly from around $140 to $200, give or take. You can buy it in Monoprice, you can buy it on Amazon, you can buy it, I think that's it. I don't know, maybe you can buy it elsewhere. Well, eBay for sure. But the price does vary a little bit. If you live in the US, it's best to get them from Monoprice straight up. The prices are the lowest right there, and then the shipping is just like $10 or $12 for any US residents. For me, it was a little different because I don't live in the US and I live in Puerto Rico, or American territory, but whatever, I'm not gonna get into that shit. I couldn't get it from Monoprice because the shipping charges were just absurd. It was like $100 to get this shipped for me. So I just waited until I could find one on Amazon with an open box, which is what I did, and I found one for $135, which I think was a really good deal, plus shipping in Texas. And I got it, but let me tell you something. I was really impressed with the craftsmanship of the guitar for something that's sub $200, and that includes a Wilkinson VS50 tremolo. I think it's a lot of value, not to mention that the finish is really, really nice. I've had guitars from $100 to $5,000, and this really is a really great finish for that low price point. The white perloy pickguard looks great. The neck feels pretty good. There's really not much complaints about the overall fit and finish, but for me it was a little bit of a bitch to set this up. And the reason I say that is because it was totally out of whack with the intonation. Frets needed some filing and polishing. I had a super high fret, which gave me crazy fret buzz. But again, I bought mine used like new. It was open box, so it wasn't, well, it wasn't meant to be like buying one straight up brand new. And this is the first time that I'm doing a review based on a guitar that I've only tried once. Normally when I do reviews for all the other guitars that I've done so far, I've actually tried 3 or 4 different ones before I state my opinion, just so that I can have a better idea of what they're like all around and not just based on one single experience. But that being said, this particular one was a bitch to set up, to file the frets, get them leveled, and I realized that part of it was because some of the frets were not glued, so basically temperature changes has made them pop, and that's why I kept finding myself filing down frets or knocking them down. But I fixed that. It's pretty playable. It does still have a little bit of fret buzz, but it feels pretty good. It sounds pretty good. No complaints there. Again, I guess I can't make like a super thorough opinion because I didn't buy one straight from Monoprice new, which I plan to do so later in the future, maybe when I'm in the States visiting some family or out for work. But for now, I'll just go based on what I have for this one. Even then, even with the troublesome setup, it's an incredible value for the money. You get this for less than basically $200, and it just looks nice and plays nice. So really, again, take it with a grain of salt. Kind of like with the Harley Bentons, you might have to get some work done on them, but I think that for the money, it's a really good value. Anyways, that's enough of me talking. Let's do some playing. Let's just check out some clean tones over a backing track and see what that sounds like with a different position. Now let's check out some playing with a little bit of distortion on the side. You heard me playing with the lead tone and the opening jam or the backing track. You heard me playing with a clean tone with a backing track. Now you heard some distorted playing. So finally, let's show you some clips of what it sounded like with the original pickups, just so that you have an idea of what you're gonna get through the mail and not with a modification. So let's check that out. Heard it with the original pickups, backing tracks, and all that, and I can finally give you my opinion, which I think I kind of did earlier, but regardless, I think that for the money, when you look at it, what you're getting for less than $200, probably the body with that finish and the tremolo alone are worth it. And I forgot to mention, now that we're talking about value, not just the body with the finish and the tremolo, you also get a gig bag with it. And it's not a great gig bag, but it's not the absolute worst, like those little super paper thin nylon bags. This one actually has some padding on it, and I'm trying to remember if it came with a guitar cable. I'm pretty sure it did. And then obviously it also came with a tremolo bar, as well as the Allen keys for adjustments and all that. So again, I think it's a lot of value for the money. Setting it up wasn't the easiest thing in the world, but I did get it done, and it does play nicely now. But it's a looker. It's super budget guitar. It's as cheap as they come, and it doesn't look like it. Honestly, if I was playing this from 500 feet away from you, you would probably think it might be something like a carbon Volt or something like that. Obviously, it's not. It costs a tenth of the price of that, but still, when you take into consideration what you're getting for the money, I think it's a really good deal. So if you want to get a budget Super Strat, you live in the US, don't want to spend too much money, just go to Monoprice, hit that up, and it's going to be pretty affordable with the shipping. And I've also seen that they do a lot of discounts, like 10%, 20%, and even if they're on sale, sometimes they apply that as well. Like at one point, I saw this for, I think it was $159, but you could apply a 20% discount on it. That would knock down $32, so it came down to like $128 or whatever. So super cheap, really, for what you're getting. So that's it for the video, guys. I've been Raph. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Which, by the way, I promise to try to be a little bit more active, because I did take kind of like a 3-month hiatus for making this one. Work-life balance has been crazy, but I'm all for making new videos for you guys. So keep an eye out for those, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.